Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2025, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 and Viksit Bharat in 2047 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. So before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, this week is commemorated as Recycle Now Week from September 19th to 25th. And this year it is from September 20 to 26. And we are going to show you how you can celebrate this week. And it has been almost 20 years since the Household Recycling Act was passed in the UK. Recycle Now Week was created so that government, corporations, and the general public can work towards recycling things as much as possible. Waste management is a serious concern, and recycling goods is one of the best ways we can ensure a sustainable future for ourselves and future generations. So recycling has been prominent since ancient times. Studies show that broken tools were often recycled and reused in 4th century AD. Reports suggest that paper was first recycled by Japanese in 1031. In Britain, the raw materials for making bricks come from ashes of burnt wood. It was a cost-effective way to produce raw materials as the cost of virgin materials would be twice as much. So Benjamin Law is the first person credited with making mungo wool by recycling fibers from rags and combining them with virgin fibers. The industrial era saw an increase in the automobile, railroads, and infrastructure. Metal parts, iron scrap, and machinery parts began to be collected and recycled. During World War I and World War II, the importance of recycling grew. The economy had taken a massive hit. Many campaigns were organized to encourage people to recycle and reuse as much as possible, as whole world is facing a shortage of raw materials and food sources. In the 1970s, the recycling of aluminum appeared. Electronic waste, like e-waste, was recycled for the first time in 1992. The United Nations General Assembly introduced a set of 17 goals for sustainable development. in 2015, out of which goal number 12 was responsible consumption and production. Recycle Now Week was created in the United Kingdom to encourage people to recycle goods in their households. Media corporations, business, and the government come together and organize campaigns to raise awareness about climate change and how important recycling is. So things like food tins, plastic bottles, newspapers, phone books, and cardboard can be given for recycling. Things like glass cookware, like Pyrex, nail polish bottles, windows glass, cards with glitter, and laminated pouches cannot be recycled. They can be reused. McDonald's has set up over 1,000 recycling stations in the past few years. Most packaging is recyclable. McDonald's also reuses cooking oil as biodiesel for the trucks in UK. So if you have started the practice of recycling, this is the best time to start reaping the benefits. Things like newspapers, magazines, aluminum cans, and plastic bottles can be recycled. So many of us are ignorant about the ill effects our improper waste management systems have on our environment, how recycling plays a major role in reducing waste, and how it helps in sustainable development. It is proven that aluminum can be recycled without any loss in quality. Recycling aluminum is said to save the power equivalent to the power consumed by television for 2 hours. It is believed that about 200 million trees can be saved just by recycling newspapers. Research shows that just by recycling 1,000 kilograms of paper, we can save about 6,000 gallons of water. Studies show that making plastic from recycled plastic consumes about 80% less energy than making it from virgin materials. So we don't realize that some of our habits are very harmful to the environment. We often buy things and never use them. Recycling things help reduce water waste, saves natural resources and energy, and helps in protecting the environment. This week reminds us to recycle and reuse. Many companies, along with the government, organize campaigns to raise awareness of the importance of recycling. This week allows us an opportunity to lend a hand to the organizations and do our part in ensuring sustainable development. This week gives us a chance to read and expand knowledge on recycling and how to save environment. Knowledge is power. And to incorporate sustainable development practices, we need as much information as possible. Today is also commemorated as Aortic Dissection Awareness Day. Which is observed on September 19th every year. The objective of the day is to raise awareness about the aortic dissection, a relatively unknown but life-threatening disorder. Several organizations across the globe offer patients, their families, medical professionals, and the general public as a range of resources to help them understand the condition better. Aortic dissection is a condition in which the inner layer of the body's main artery, aorta, tears, blood flowing through the aorta rushes out through the tear, which causes the inner and middle layers of the artery to split. If the individual blood seeps through the outermost layer of aorta, the dissection is usually deadly. So, aortic dissection is a condition in which the inner layer of the body's main artery, aorta, tears. Blood flowing through aorta rushes out through the tear, which causes the inner and middle layers of the artery to split. If the individual blood flows through the outermost layer of aorta, the dissection is usually deadly. The condition is generally uncommon. It tends to occur in men in their 60s and 70s. The symptoms of aortic dissection are similar to the symptoms of several other conditions, often leading to a delay in the diagnosis of the problem. When the aortic dissection is spotted and subsequently treated in time, the patient's chance of survival increases manifold. The symptoms of erotic dissection include sudden and severe pain in the chest or upper back, sudden and severe stomach pain, loss of consciousness, shortness of breath, leg pain, weak pulse in one arm or thigh, and trouble walking. The condition is caused by weakened aortic wall. So they are split into two groups depending on which area is affected. Type A aortic dissection is more common and dangerous than type B as it involves a tear in the part of the aorta that exits the heart. Within the tear may occur in the upper aorta. This can extend to the abdomen. Type B involves a tear in the lower aorta only. This may also extend to the abdomen. The earliest full documentation of aortic dissection is attributed to Frank Nicholas, who drafted an autopsy report of King George II of Great Britain in 1760. The term aortic dissection was first used in 1802 by French physician J.P. Menner. Surgery for aortic dissection was first developed by D.K. Cooley Reach in 1954. D. Beckett developed the condition himself in 2005 and underwent surgery in 2006. So survival rates range from 45 to 94%. In about 40% of the cases can cause instant death. For those whose with aortic dissection qualify for disability benefits, for Social Security disability benefits. So help the cause by talking about aortic dissection. You can share an interesting article on the topic or any latest research that you come across. The average heart is as big as an adult's fist. The heart beat approximately 1,15,000 times a day, per day. The heart pumps about 2,000 gallons of blood daily. The first implantable pacemaker was invented in 1958. Whales have the largest hearts of any animals and mammals. Aortic Dissection Awareness Day educates the people about a very important health condition. It is good to be informed in the event, so you offer support to someone who may be suffering from it. Aortic Dissection Awareness Day encourages conversion about a little known disease. The more conversations we have, the more people will learn about it. A greater degree of awareness promotes a more proactive approach to healthcare. This will benefit us all in living longer and healthier lives. Today is also commemorated on the day of Day of the Glories of the Army on September 29th in Chile, which is a national holiday commemorated on September 19th as the grand final of the country's Independence Day celebrations on September 18th. Since 1890, the parade has included all of Chile's armed forces, including the Chilean Army, Chilean Air Force, and Carabineros de Chile. The occasion held yearly in O'Higgins Park, Santiago, has been an official holiday. Since the law was passed in 1915, it was the anniversary of the first government junta's inauguration in 1810, which saw the independent nation's first military parade in Santiago. The Child's Day of the Glories of the Army was designated an official holiday in 1915 to remember brave individuals who fought in the country's battles and protect the country. It is also commemorated as National Butterscotch Budding Day in US, which is celebrated on September 19th in the United States. Although there are tons of puddings out there, but Scotch pudding remains one of the most loved. This milk-based dessert is prepared with starch, brown sugar, and butter is left to cool and set before consumption. Butterscotch could also have several other ingredients, including corn syrup, lemon, salt, vanilla, and cream. Today is also commemorated as National Cat DNA Day in US. celebrated on September 19th every year. It's a day dedicated to one of the world's oldest pets, cats. Basepaws created the unique day to raise awareness about the benefits of the feline genetics and to honor the advancement of this branch of knowledge. Basepaws is a feline genetics pioneer helping to uncover potential health hazards in cats and determining what makes cat unique. Feline genetics has taken a backseat to canine and human genetics due to lack of research and funding. Cat domestication can be traced back over 12,000 years. This was predominant in Middle Eastern regions such as Lebanon, Iraq, Israel. However, it should come as no surprise that domesticating cats was not an easy task. They don't have the haunty attitude for no reason. Several studies suggest that these furry pals lived alongside humans for thousands of years before being kept as pets. It must have taken some convincing to get them to relinquish a few of their independent ways. Claudio Ottani, an Italian scholar, also conducted a study that revealed that sailors brought cats along on voyages to deter rats from pillaging food storage. This tactic helped introduce cats to different locations around the world. There is no doubt that cats are a vital part of the lives of their humans. This observance aimed to shed light on the otherwise ignored issue. So, creating awareness for feline genetic studies marked National Cat DNA Day by finding out more about the eccentric pal. Today is also commemorated as National Concussion Awareness Day in US, which is recognized on the third Friday of each September yearly and will be recognized on September 19th this year. Concussions are commonly associated with sports accidents but are also brought by other non-sporting activities like motor vehicle collisions, falls, sports injuries, and bicycle accidents. So, National Concussion Awareness Day is acknowledged by the Brain Injury Association of America. This day is registered with the United States Patent and Trademarks Office. Concussions have rapidly become a plague in the United States with increased cases of mild traumatic brain injuries happening each year. Traumatic brain injuries are classified as head injuries or injury to the part of the head resulting from damage to the brain by an external mechanical force or a stroke or infection. Concussion as a mild form of traumatic brain injury is a head injury that temporarily affects the functioning of the brain. Regardless of its severity, if left undiagnosed and untreated, concussions are easily overlooked and thus require an immediate and thorough evaluation by a qualified medical provider to rule out life-threatening head injuries or injuries to other parts of the system. Symptoms of a concussion last up to 2 weeks and can result in changes in mood and display of unusual emotions. The objective of National Concussion Awareness Day is to create an opportunity for healthcare practitioners, caretakers, and sufferers alike to have an open discussion of this issue. The goal is also to generate an increased circulation of information to the case to further educate the general public. Today is also commemorated as National Meow Like a Pirate Day. Since 1995, but in 2015, cats gained their due respect with co-celebration of National Meow Like a Pirate Day. Since pirates are rarely seen without a cat or two or tend not to keep rodents at bay on their manowar, it's only fitting to include them in today's festivities. So we bark like an old salt and throw manners out of window. Don't forget to share your booty with this ship's cat. Today is also commemorated as National POW Recognition Day in US. POW MIA Recognition Day is observed on the third Friday of September, on September 19th this year, to recommit to fully accountability to the families to the more than 80,000 veterans captured or still missing from the wars that the United States has participated in. According to the accounts during the first ceremony of POW MIA Day at the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C., fighter planes from military base in Virginia flew in the missing man information in their honor. Today is also commemorated as National Tradesman Day on September 19th in US, which takes place on third Friday in September. So it calls for the tradesmen in the country to be celebrated and honored for their essential services. A country could have all the sources, but it wouldn't matter if people with the right skill set are not there to put the sources to the right use. Tradesmen, both men and women, are one such group of people who ensure that sources are used correctly for a nation to live in a comfortable life. From plumbers and electricians to technicians and builders, these people maintain their respective industry services. This day is a celebration of their various trade jobs. Without them, no nation will be able to build itself up. In fact, at any given time, there are at least 0.5 million jobs vacant in the market. The tradesman industry has also always been on the fastest growing markets throughout the years. Today is also commemorated as National Women Road Warrior Day in US, celebrated on September 19th to honor the efforts of working women who fight against the odds on to remain successful and influential. Truly being a working lady and managing kids is not easy, especially if you have to travel a lot for work. However, it is impossible either. All that is required is a desire to make a difference and the motivation to achieve success. A woman road warrior travels because it is part of her job and she still meets deadlines no matter what the situation. Over the years, women have contributed a great deal to the advancement of business and workplaces in the world. For instance, in the 1850s, women were the ones who started the fields of home economics and social work. In the 1900s, things started to really change and numerous working women emerged at the forefront of the working world. For instance, women like Coco Chanel and Elizabeth Arden established their brands and became recognized as global influencers. From 1940s to 1945, the percentage of working women rose by almost 10%. Since most of them were off fighting the World War II, though most of the businessmen by women were home-based, they still managed to provide a good profit for them. An example of a woman who worked hard to make a mark is Mary Kay Ash, who went door to door selling books during World War II. In 1963, Mary Kay Ash formed their own business plan and later founded Beauty by Mary Kay. In the late 90s, more women joined the workforce or became entrepreneurs, which was a time when women like Madonna and Oprah Winfrey were establishing their business brands. They also became recognized across the globe, and their line of work required a lot of travel. Furthermore, the number of women who enrolled in MBA programs has also been increasing, and in 2016, 37% of full-time MBA students were female. Today, due to their education, a large number of women have taken up managerial roles that at times require a lot of travel. Today is also commemorated as Talk Like a Pirate Day, created by two friends in 1995 as a joke. Talk Like a Pirate Day on September 19th has become a beloved Fox holiday that everyone's channel their inner Jack Sparrow. Although real pirates likely didn't use much of the vocabulary we now think as a pirate lingo, Talk Like a Pirate Day gives us a fun opportunity to break out our routine, learn some history, and celebrate a bygone era. So grab some grog if you are not used to, then don't pick it up. Gather up some mateys and let your imagination take you on the adventure of the high seas. Today is also commemorated as National Overthinkers Day. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations. Thank you everyone for joining us. And tomorrow, we are having a session on financial literacy and management. So we request everyone to register and join us at 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. So we'll not be having regular commemorations, and that is on a different platform. So we have already circulated, and we'll be again sharing it today after some time, after closure of this meeting. So we request everyone to register and participate tomorrow. So we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which has been shared in the form of polls. See you all tomorrow at the same time. Take care. Good night.